what is your stance on Derrick Jaxn?
Well, as a content creator, I understand what he was doing. After making content, he kind of got stuck and pigeonholed into it, and there was nothing more that he could do. Now, the only thing that I was surprised at in the entire time was it was revealed that who he was talking about was himself the entire time. Now, that was a revelation, because when he did the reaction video of himself, it was like, oh, I get it. You were downing yourself the entire time, and you were just using black men. But other than that, I really don't care about what he did, nor the women that he talked about. Again, those are women I didn't select anyway. Anybody that would listen to a Steve Harvey or Derrick Jaxn wasn't even in the field of play. So I understand what he was doing. I understand his hustle. I don't knock his hustle. And now his hustle got exposed for what it was, and it's a fraud. Where does he go from here?
I'm not surprised he was cheating at all, honestly. Like a guy like that, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be driving around Lamborghini Aventador. He bought a Lamborghini Aventador from one of Fresh's friends.
Aventador, yeah.
So, like, you don't buy cars like that unless you're trying to ski. You know what I'm saying? So he's running around here smashing chicks. He's in Miami all the time. I knew he was already going to be doing this stuff. It's just that Derrick Jaxn is a master marketer. And what I mean by that is that he knows that, let's keep it a stack, African-American women have the toughest time dating. 1 in 4 black women gets married. Only 1 in 4 black women gets married, right? We talk about this stat all the time. A lot of them are struggling. A lot of them are high earning, but unfortunately, they outprice themselves in the sexual marketplace, right? So what Derrick Jaxn did was he kind of filled the void in the marketplace. Hey, ladies, don't worry. It's not your fault. It's their fault, blah, blah, blah. These women have expendable income to pay him for advice. They go to him. He's an attractive black guy, pause. And he's the avatar to be able to sell the BS because they like the way he looks. They like his message. And we all know women prefer to buy comforting lies over painful truths. So it's a marketing strategy that literally made him a multimillionaire.
Man, listen, bro. I don't know if you remember when we had this show, when I told you guys that when we brought up Derrick Jaxn, and I told y'all I predicted this. I'm telling you, he's a goon. He's a real nigga behind the scenes. You know, I told y'all. And truth be told, it happened. Now, I'm gonna sum Derrick Jaxn up. Derrick Jaxn is the LL Cool J of the internet. I'm gonna tell you why. If you do your research on LL Cool J, first of all, a lot of rappers didn't like LL Cool J. Why didn't they like LL Cool J? Because all he made was girl songs. I want to love you. Each pussy, all that shit and shit like that. But
right.
But doing it well. But he was swole, so niggas didn't try it. You know what I'm saying? And then in his real life, he was still a raggedy and with chicks. Almost lost his wife a few times. Then ran to the Lord. You got to really watch the LL Cool. This whole thing is the same. It's the same blueprint as LL Cool J. And I'm gonna say this last point before we go to the next person. Derrick Jaxn was selling the treatment to black women. He didn't sell the cure.
Yes, sir.
And if you sell the treatment, they're gonna keep coming back for more and more treatment because they need it. And he was giving them just enough to make them feel good to go fail and think that they're gonna actually succeed. It was
no, I'm not surprised he cheated. When I saw the video, you know, it was a Pillsbury busted biscuit can. You know, I love CGA's terms.
Right.
So, you know, and then that was the thing. I think Myron said it, you know, or CGA said it. He likes to go for like the low hanging fruit. So when I saw his wife, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he going for somebody that's gonna like tolerate, you know, whenever he gets out of line because she's not gonna do better than him. You know, where is she gonna do to do better? It's the best she's ever gonna do. Yep. So it puts him in a position of power. So I'm not surprised he cheated at all. And I don't got a problem with he ain't never did nothing to me. He out here getting his money, and anytime somebody getting money off him,
he is polluting the minds of black women the world over.
I don't believe he's polluting minds. What I believe he's doing is he's putting trash in the trash can.
Oh, God damn.
That's what it is. You know, you can't pollute something that's already polluted. They're not going to him because they want to be fixed. Let's be honest. Black women know why they're undesirable. They understand. They know what they supposed to be doing to be desirable out here. Right. But he's making them feel okay with being below average.
Do you believe that women really believed that Derrick Jaxn was ever faithful to his woman? Or are they just swallowing the pretty lies instead of accepting the hard truth, which is guys like Derrick Jaxn have options. And when men have options, we partake.
Two things. The first one is all of them wanted to be the one that he cheated with. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, they're not mad he cheated. They're mad he got caught cheating.
Yes.
And it became public. Whenever you get like around, especially some of these younger, older black women, they always talk about like when you messy, right?
Right.
And messy means to do your dirt in the public. It's embarrassing to your family or whatever when it's all on the internet or the neighborhood or whatever it may be. That's the problem. It went public. He wasn't smooth enough to do his shit in the dark where nobody would find out about it except
like
him
Tiger Woods. Like Tiger Woods, man. If Tiger Woods wasn't messy, he wouldn't have got caught.
Yeah, you're just being messy, and that's kind of like irresponsible, especially to be somebody of his nature, which had me thinking like maybe this was part of the plan.
Right. I was about to say that. Go ahead.
That's what I was thinking at the beginning, because I'm like, because why sit on the couch with your wife? Because I get caught cheating my wife. I'm not explaining shit to nobody, right?
No,
like,
sir.
This ain't none of your business.
Right.
Now I get it for his brand. Like it might make sense to him to apologize to the public because he was frauding and shit.
Yeah.
But still, I'm like, what if this is part of the grift to get caught cheating so you can redeem yourself? Like even in the 48 Laws of Power, it's talk about never appear too perfect, right? And you get to make these flaws in your life, and it gives you a down so you can have a new high. It gives you a new low so you can have a new high.
It could be a thing where it's a rebranding thing, but this is what I think. I think that he didn't plan on getting caught, but now that he got caught, they could do a rebranding thing.
It's a new opportunity, right? Like
yes,
they got to go a different direction, right? They got to go a different direction. But what I think what Derrick Jaxn could have done from the beginning, and what would have also worked, he could have just been the boy telling all of the women, "Hey, look, watch out for guys like me because I cheat on my wife and I do this and I do that."
And I want to warn all you guys out here, because I tell y'all guys all the time, don't admit anything yet. Don't watch and see how much evidence these women actually have on you and see how you could have spent it and got out of this, because I don't know if you guys actually seen what he's really up against. He prematurely just admitted this shit. He really could have sat back and not said anything, because all you have, this is like you got circumstantial evidence. You don't go making a confession with circumstantial evidence.
Right.
All you have is a phone call from a chick. We don't know who it is. You know what I'm saying? You've got so-called receipts, text messages. You don't know who the fuck this is. You know what I'm saying? So he panicked. Like you guys got to be calm. He panicked because Tasha K had that shit. She had the information, and he panicked, and he just started telling. And all Tasha K, she has no pictures of these girls like that. She has none of these girls, interviewing. All these girls did was call in the show. That could have been anybody. And he panicked.
I don't think this was planned, but I think when he got caught, his handler said, "Hey, this is bad, but this could be an opportunity, a redemption story. Listen, I have sinned like Jimmy Swaggart back in the day. Like 95% of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. I have sinned, and I'm gonna make amends." It's almost like the Roosh situation. Roosh was Captain Red Pill, bang Ukraine, bang Colombia, blah 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 blah. Then of course, listen, man, he made a change in his life. And what people on the outside are doing is say, "Oh, we were right all along, and he's just now realized it." Do you think it could be the same thing?
Lucario was 100% right. I think he got caught up sloppy. Hotep was saying he was sloppy. He ended up, according to one of the Tasha K videos that I saw, I guess the physician, the surgeon, he ended up rushing a NDA to her after the fact, after all of the other allegations came out. And Jap is 100% right. I think he was prematurely in speaking. If you unravel a lot of allegations, most of the time they don't have receipts, and I think he jumped the gun to try to prove to his fan base, to try to get it out there, and then ended up halfway confessing and then full confessing the next day. I think he's making a whole bunch of mistakes. He should have just stepped back and waited to see how much he had out there. But I think one of the reasons he didn't wait is because the physician knocked up story wasn't even out there. So again, that forced him to go out there and say, yeah, I've had some sex. Right. So yeah, I think ultimately it is a redemption story.
I think you're absolutely right. I think his redemption story is going to shoot him into the stratosphere. But I will say this before I go to Myron. Derrick Jaxn is not going to stop cheating. He's not. I think what he's going to start doing is before he smashes these chicks, he's going to have him sign the NDA prematurely. Because Derrick Jaxn's wife is not the last woman he is ever going to smash. I don't think anybody believes that. Derrick Jaxn's wife ain't going nowhere. Vanessa Bryant was never going anywhere. Derrick Jaxn, he could cheat on this woman until the day they die. She is going nowhere.
I see Derrick Jaxn getting involved with the black church. I see him and his wife possibly getting a church. You know what I'm saying? Really getting into the whole new the forgiveness of your mate thing. And they're gonna deal with couples and they're gonna forgive each other, and they're going to teach forgiveness. And or Tyler Perry, because they're in fucking Atlanta, Tyler Perry might pick him up, put him in a movie where it's about cheating.
Wow.
Like it's so many ways to sell it.
I think you're right, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't unfamous him.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
Right. So where he can still sell something. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to find something to sell him with.
Okay, do you think Miss Jackson is going anywhere?
Hell no. She ain't going nowhere.